Little or no editing, it's defense up. I'm Run 7. How you doing? We're having a fun time today. Tried to restart this video here. Viper's in chat with me. He has asked me to be very critical over his defense, and so I'm going to be. I'm going to rip him apart this time. I haven't had a lot of time to check his defense. I basically just put the cuts into the scenes here, so I kind of have an idea, but I haven't really got to dig into it. Okay, we grade on 5 different criteria. It's who you're using, their place with their power levels, their ISOs, and what kind of mood I'm in. Let's jump into this one. Team number 1. Oh my God. Oh my God. Viper, did you fall asleep making this team? Because it's putting me to sleep, man. Look at how old this is. What is this, like 3-4 meta old? This was pre-Black Order, man. You don't even have Fury in here. Where's Fury at? Oh, you're running Fury on your Kestrel team, I bet. That's where Fury's at. These are minions, over-invested minions with Coulson. You could use Coulson on like 6 other teams to pretty good effect. You're wasting him here. That's terrible. You got him as a striker, and you got 2 people as Raider, putting some vulnerables out. Now, granted, Assaulter should be a Raider, but Assaulter should also be on your bench. This guy, Trooper, come on, we make fun of him for days, man. Why are you even using him? You should be ashamed to show this in public. These minions are disgusting. Now, I'll grant you, there's synergy in here, but the synergy is so old. And Fortifier on your tank. Tanks don't need Fortifiers for the most part. They're usually tough enough. Of course, this guy's so old and so uninvested that he kind of does need Fortifier. So maybe you got something going on there. But then again, they're not even war ready. This team is a total flop. You could be using Coulson someplace else. You could be filling spots on your bench. The only thing I can say for this team is that, hey, maybe you're getting ready for tower mode and you've got some of these scrub tunes to get you to floor 51. That's about the best you got going on here. Let's make him a skirmisher. Let's change him to a skirmisher also, so you could at least get a couple more vulnerables on the field for Coulson. She's a healer, that's fine, I guess. And then, honestly, I really think you should just get Coulson out of here. I'd feel better about this team if you put Operative in here instead of Coulson. And then I'd know, okay, he just has some old scrub minion tunes, and he's wasting them on that. And that's fine, and I wouldn't be so bad. But you have Coulson in here, and Coulson could be useful someplace else. And Coulson's like 20k higher than the rest of them. I don't know. I'm kind of upset with your choices here. Placements, whatever. Honestly, yeah, swap Trooper and Coulson so that Coulson's next to your tank so he catches the splash damage. That way the medical can revive him. Not that, I mean, these guys are going to fold so bad. You know, Brotherhood's going to come in here and sneeze on these guys. Just, whoosh, they're gone. So this is a D. I'm not excited for this at all. Okay, team number 2. Putting the Eternals right up front so everybody can see what you got. You're kind of pulling your skirt up on that one. Send this to the back of the line, would you? Also, I like the Eternals in place of Hawkeye and Black Widow rather than Thor and Black Widow. You're probably using Black Widow on Skilletary, and that's fine, but you should be using Thor in here also. Honestly, the Eternals can go good with the hand, man. You could just do a traditional wave 1 team and then do an Eternal team with, I don't know, put them in with these guys or something if you're going to waste somebody. Okay, and then you got Fortifier on Captain America. Make him a healer. Make Hulk a healer. Skirmisher on Hawkeye is okay. That's actually my 3rd pick. I prefer Striker on him as a primary pick. And then if you're not running Black Widow, Raider as another pick because he does some AoE stuff. But honestly, any one of the 3 is okay. If Black Widow's not in here, it's not that big a deal. So I won't dock you too hard on that. Striker, Skirmisher on here. We saw earlier some amusing ISO choices for Cersei and Icarus. But I think for right now, this is what I'm recommending because it's a tried and true ISO. Although you do need to build them up. I mean, this is your arena characters, man. Get them beefed up. I would take them right on up, max them out, full max on those Eternals. For right now, it looks like as you're building them, you're just kind of tossing them in here. But again, I like Thor instead of Hawkeye. I don't like these ISOs. Your placement is okay. That's about the best I can give you, is your placement is okay. But honestly, these Eternals are carrying this team. You know, you're better off with like Drax and the Eternals. That way they can't pick a target. You know, and then put Drax over here. That way if they come in with Zemo, he doesn't slow him down or something. He doesn't chain over to slow him down. this isn't very good. This is an Eternals team, and then who cares what else is on the field if they don't actually help the Eternals, which these guys don't taunt early enough to help the Eternals. They have no synergy with the Eternals. They don't speed them up. They don't provide any kind of cover for them. Like I said, you'd be better off just putting in the hand and then having a Wave 1 Avenger team. So split this team up. For me, this is like... I'm gonna be real generous here and go C-. All right, 3, again. You're showing off what you got too early. Slide this to the back of your roster. Everybody's looking to see what kind of heroes for hire teams they have so we can assign placement better. Don't let them assign attackers that easy. Slide this back to slot number 10. At least your 400K, they have to bring in a meta team to counter it. We got Fortifier, Healer. I like Skirmisher better, but everybody seems to be putting a Healer on him. I don't know why. The Vulnerable's better. I mean, I know he's got healing in his kit and all, but Skirmisher, get that Vulnerable on the field because he's going to have ability block or he's going to die and revive. Those rejuves aren't going to happen. The healing in his kit doesn't amount to much. Shang Tsung here, he heals almost as much, so whatever. Raider, Striker, Skirmisher, I like that. Placement's okay. I'm going to give you an A- for this. Move it to the back of your roster. I don't know. You know, at this stage, probably just leave this. I don't think it's worth changing it. It's a decent secondary pick, but technically the Skirmisher ISO is better. Okay, Guardians with Shuri. Now, Shuri is tech. I think what you should do with this is maybe take Drax off of this team and put Vision in here so that the tech character, well, no, because Shuri's giving him defense up on spawn. You don't need Vision to give him the defense up on spawn. I know she's a tech character, but there's not, the way the tech synergy works, there's not a lot going on here. I do like Shuri on this team. It's fine. I think you could go Shuri or Vision and get basically the same effect. With Drax on here, yeah, maybe Shuri's the better pick than Vision. I mean, if they were at equal investment, and please don't invest in Vision. He's terrible. Drax, however, takes away from, you do have the proper ISO set up on these guys for this triple hit combo and quadruple hit combo off of Groot, but Drax takes away from that combo because once in a while Drax will get called instead of Groot. And so by putting somebody who doesn't have a Guardian tag in there in place of Drax, you can improve the damage potential, but then again, you take away from what he's doing, which is drawing that early taunt and making it harder to ability block or control this team. Plus, Shuri is giving the team even more defense, so I don't know. It's kind of heads or tails whether you want to take Drax out. I would say if you happen to have Red Guardian and he's not being used anywhere else, swap him out with Red Guardian. You'll get the same effect as Drax, but you won't be taking away from that triple quadruple hit combo with these three. I like the ISOs. I like the placement. You're really close. For newer players, do not invest in this stuff. Shuri still has some value in the game. The rest of these, I don't know. I can't recommend building them, man. They're so old and everything, but you look like an older player, so I guess you had them going. So this isn't too bad. I'm going to give you a B+ for this. Team number 5. Hey, this is where Coulson goes. Look at this. This is where Coulson goes. You have the Inhumans, just basically a full Inhumans team. You replace Karnak with Miss Marvel, which is a great pick, by the way. I think you get more value out of Miss Marvel than you do Karnak. Take out Quake and put in Coulson here. Yeah, take out Quake and put in Coulson here. This is where he belongs. You'll get more value out of him. He's still got some synergy with Yo-Yo. He opens up early. You might consider, well, let's see, because you've got... Okay, so he would be something, and then you've got Raider, Striker, Skirmisher. So you got plenty of vulnerables on the field. You could even keep him as a striker. You wouldn't even have to change his ISOs. This is where Coulson belongs, man. Quake is trash. She's 6 red stars, but 6 red stars, you know, red stars doesn't make a bad character good. They make a bad character bigger. That's it. And Quake is just old, man. She's squishy even at 6 red stars. You don't have most of this team war ready. That bothers me because this is actually a pretty good defense. It's old and it's frustrating, but it works. You could throw in Coulson and Surfer in here and make the team even more powerful. Don't really do that. It's kind of just a filler defense at this time. I like everything else you're doing. I just think this is where Coulson belongs. If you're going to keep her in, the ISOs are correct. Try and balance out the power level of the team, but again, Quake's not worth investing in. Make them war ready. I'm going to give you a B- for this. It's not too exciting. You can do better. 6 is the Mercs. Hey, look at this. We got a pretty well-balanced Merc team. All strikers and one skirmisher. Way to go. Okay, now we're talking. I love Taskmaster as a skirmisher with a bunch of striker mercs. I think that's fantastic. You could put a little more gear on these guys, but they are old. I don't think this team's gonna get any better. I think its day is done. I like Ultimus on here at 400 and above. I think everybody should be running Ultimus rather than Shuri. But yeah, I think you should go ahead and, you know, if you find that you start having enough of that orange gear, bring these 3 up a little bit more. I like your placement. The power levels are okay. I don't think you're going to be coming across that many X-Force that's big enough to beat this. I think it will be skilletary, but just to buffer that X-Force coming in, put the gear on those guys and then make them war ready. Honestly, just because I finally found a Merc team with the perfect ISOs and good placement, I'm going to give you an A- for this, even though they're not war ready and they could use a little touch up on the power levels. But thank you for building it the way I love a Mercs to be built. Team number 7 is an old school Brotherhood Doom. And I say old school Brotherhood Doom because this used to be like a meta defense, but everybody knows how to counter it. It's not that tough to beat anymore. Still good, and people still get DVs with it. But you know, we can do other things these days, but it's a big Brotherhood team, so I think you should keep it. It's good. Let's see, Skirmisher, Raider, Skirmisher, Striker, Raider. I like this. I like those ISOs. I think you're doing great there. I like your placement of Blob, putting the deflex on Magneto and Doom. Yeah, make them war ready. This is A-. Just make them war ready. That's a good build. I like it. It's a good team right there. Team number 8 is the Asgardians, and you got rid of Hela, so she's not a liability. You built up the Asgardians when they were awesome, and then they ruined Hela for you. I'm sorry about that. But at least you took Hela off of this team. You're probably running her on like I don't know, maybe a supernatural build or with new warriors or something on offense. That's good. You put her in here. That's interesting. I wonder where the rest of your new warriors are. This is okay. Honestly, I like Thor on that wave 1. I like Loki with your Eternals. I like her with the new warriors, and I like these guys on the bench. But if that's not what you want to do and you want to run this team, at least you're not wasting the entire team by putting Hela on here. However, unfortunately, the team doesn't work that great without Hela either, is the problem. I mean, Deathpool is awesome. She's an awesome character, so she's really bringing it, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Let's see, Fortifier on Sif, that is unnecessary. I think she should be a Raider. Raider on Heimdall is correct to make him war ready, although I don't think you should because I think the character should be benched. You got Deathpool as a striker, that's correct. Skirmisher, correct. Striker for Thor is correct to make him war ready, regardless, because if you're not going to use him on this team, you'll use him somewhere else. I don't like the team so much, but at least you're not failing miserably on it. Fortifier is just a waste on Sif. She's always like one of the last ones to die. Or if you kill her, it's like, who cares? She wasn't really doing anything anyway. Make her a Raider just to get more of those, a little bit more damage out of her and a lot more vulnerables on the field. Okay, I don't even know how to grade this because I don't really know where to go. Honestly, I think you should break the team up, reuse the pieces. But thank you for not using Hela. So I'm going to give you a C for it. Doesn't excite me too much. Team number 9, Black Order. Black Order is Black Order. It's a big Black Order. You don't have Corvus Glaive war ready. That's weird. Kind of surprised about that. Let's see. Striker, Raider, Skirmisher. Yeah. Just because I've been seeing Healer on Ebony Maw a lot lately, and you didn't fall for that one, I'm going to go ahead and give you the full A. But please, touch that up. Make him war ready. Those points will matter, man. He's kind of squishy. You need him to stay alive. So make him war ready. But I'll give you the A for that. It's fine. It's a good build. The other thing, you know what? Actually, A-. I want you to swap places with Corvus and Thanos. Put Thanos next to Cull Obsidian so that the splash damage makes Cull Obsidian retaliate more often. Yeah, do that, especially with him not being war ready and not getting those war bonuses. So swap places there. Do that, please. So A- on that team. Okay, team number 10 is an Emmarauder team. This is, man, you started with a sleeper and you ended with a sleeper. There is nothing exciting about this team. I mean, it's well crafted. It's well crafted, but it's kind of boring. Kind of boring. Got big numbers. But this is just a timeout team. I'm gonna give you an A for it, but man, I was really hoping to see something exciting, like just some weird, crazy thing I hadn't seen before. but it's just an Emmarauder build with Minerva and Doc Ock in there. Doc Ock giving the deflects to Strife, helping him stay alive, giving the deflects to Sinister, who then spreads deflects to the rest of the team, giving the whole team some more viability. Lots and lots of healers. Barrier on the guy who uses it well. I think you should maybe take him up to 14 because, I mean, heck, this team would be very stubborn. They got to come in with something big, man. I mean, they do. So it's an A for the team. I'm just disappointed in you, Viper. I thought you could really do something creative on this one. We saw some interesting stuff in the middle of your lineup, but start and ended with some snoozers. All right. Viper, thank you so much for sending me your roster, and thank you for allowing me to be hypercritical of it. I love it when people don't mind me really digging into them. If you guys want your defense featured on Defense Up, links in the description below. I love doing these. Come join me on Twitch so you can watch it done live, or you can catch these videos. I try to put out about 5 videos a week at least. And yeah, we have a great time doing these things. So remember, don't just have a good game. Be good to yourselves and others too, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.